Have you ever stopped and thought about what it truly means to be sharp as you get a little older? We live in a world that sometimes acts like hitting a certain age means you automatically start slowing down, that your mind isn't quite as quick, or that learning new things becomes a struggle. It can feel like there's this quiet expectation that things will just fade. And frankly, that can be a painful thought. The worry about losing that spark, that ability to connect ideas, to remember details, or to figure things out, is something many people carry. It's a real concern. This idea that the later years might mean a decline in the very abilities that make us feel independent and engaged with the world. But what if that's not the whole story? What if reaching your 70s or even your 80s doesn't automatically mean dimming lights? What if certain abilities, certain skills you might still possess, are actually powerful indicators that your mind is still remarkably vibrant and sharp? There are specific ways of thinking, specific abilities you might use every single day without even realizing it, that demonstrate a truly exceptional level of mental acuity after the age of 75. These aren't necessarily about having a perfect memory for every single detail from 50 years ago, but about the active, dynamic functions of your brain right now. In this video, we're going to explore some of these specific skills and why holding on to them is such a positive sign. And please, make sure you watch all the way to the end, because there's something we'll uncover that might truly surprise you about maintaining your sharpness later in life. Let's begin by looking at one of the most telling signs of a sharp mind, and it might not be what you immediately expect. It's the ability to learn and adapt. Now, when we talk about learning, we don't just mean sitting in a classroom or memorizing facts for a test. After 75, this skill shows itself in perhaps more practical, everyday ways. But they are incredibly significant. Think about encountering something completely new, like a different kind of smartphone or tablet than you're used to, or perhaps a new appliance with confusing buttons, or even just trying to navigate a website that's recently changed its layout. If you still approach these situations with curiosity rather than frustration, if you're willing to press buttons, explore menus, maybe even look up a quick tutorial online or ask someone a clarifying question, and eventually figure out how it works, that is a powerful demonstration of a sharp mind. This isn't about being a tech whiz or instantly understanding everything. It's about the attitude and the process. It's the willingness to engage with the unfamiliar, to try and fail, and try again. This ability to adapt shows that your brain pathways are still flexible, still open to forming new connections and understanding new patterns. It's easy to fall into routines as we get older, sticking to what's comfortable and familiar. And there's certainly comfort in routine, but actively choosing to step outside that, even in small ways, by trying a new recipe, taking a different route home, or attempting to understand a complex news story on a topic you know little about, keeps your cognitive engine running smoothly. Think about someone learning to use a new video calling app to stay connected with grandchildren, or deciding to figure out how to stream their favorite shows online, or even just mastering the complexities of a new remote control. Each of these little victories, each moment of figuring something new out, reinforces those neural pathways and is a sign that your brain is maintaining its vitality. It shows an underlying curiosity and a belief, perhaps even an unconscious one, that you can still learn and adapt. It's about maintaining that mental agility, that bounce-back ability when faced with something unexpected or unfamiliar. This flexibility is crucial, because life keeps changing. No matter our age, being able to roll with those changes, figure out new systems, or simply try a different way of doing things, is a hallmark of a mind that is not just holding on, but actively engaging with the present. It's about staying a student of life. No matter how many years you've lived, this kind of learning isn't tied to formal education. It's about the everyday challenge and growth that keeps the mind active and vibrant. It requires patience with yourself, persistence, and a spark of curiosity. And if you find yourself still tackling these small, everyday learning curves with a sense of determination, or even enjoyment, that is a significant indicator of exceptional sharpness. It means your brain is still building bridges, still making connections, and still eager to understand the world around it. It's a continuous process of mental renewal, Moving on to another critical skill that speaks volumes about mental sharpness after 75. Consider this the ability to manage complex tasks and solve practical problems independently as we navigate later life. The world doesn't necessarily get simpler. There are finances to manage, appointments to coordinate, household issues to address, perhaps travel plans to make, or decisions about personal affairs. If you are still capable of tackling these kinds of multi-step tasks, breaking them down into manageable parts, making logical decisions, and following through to a successful conclusion, that is a powerful sign of strong executive function, the part of your brain that handles planning, organizing, prioritizing, and problem-solving. Think about the process of planning a visit from family members, coordinating schedules, preparing your home, perhaps shopping for specific food items, arranging transportation if needed. This isn't a trivial undertaking. It requires juggling multiple pieces of information, anticipating needs, and executing a plan. Or consider managing household repairs, identifying the problem, finding a reliable person to help, scheduling the work, handling the payment. Each step requires focus, decision-making, and follow-through. The ability to handle these practical complexities without becoming overwhelmed, to think through consequences, and to arrive at effective solutions demonstrates a remarkable level of cognitive control and practical reasoning. It's easy for tasks that require multiple steps or significant planning to feel daunting as we age, and needing assistance is perfectly normal sometimes. But if you find that you still have the confidence and the capability to assess a situation, figure out a course of action, and see it through, that indicates that the sophisticated parts of your brain are functioning very well. This skill isn't just about being able to do things. It's about the underlying mental architecture that allows for planning, foresight, and logical sequencing. It involves memory, attention, and reasoning all working together. It's about being able to look at a situation, understand what needs to be done, figure out the best way to do it, and then make it happen. This could be something as involved as managing your own investment portfolio, or as seemingly simple but still complex as organizing a large social gathering or navigating the bureaucracy of dealing with insurance or healthcare providers. These tasks require sustained mental effort and coordination. If you're still confidently managing these aspects of your life, it's a clear sign that your cognitive functions are robust. It shows resilience, independence, and a strong connection to the practical realities of daily living. It's about maintaining your agency and your ability to shape your own life through competent decision-making and action. This kind of practical intelligence is incredibly valuable and is a strong indicator of a mind that is staying sharp and engaged with the world around it. It's not just about remembering names or dates. It's about the ability to function effectively and purposefully in the real world, handling its complexities with skill and confidence. This demonstrates a high level of cognitive integration, where various mental processes are working together harmoniously to allow you to manage your life effectively. It's a dynamic skill, one that requires ongoing engagement and is a powerful testament to continued mental vitality. Moving on from practical problem solving, let's consider a skill that is just as crucial, if not more so, for a fulfilling life and is a powerful indicator of mental sharpness, especially in later years, maintaining strong social connections and demonstrating empathy. While it might not seem like a traditional cognitive skill, the ability to navigate social situations, understand others' emotions, and maintain meaningful relationships requires incredibly sophisticated brain function. It involves memory, remembering who people are, and your shared history, communication skills, both verbal and nonverbal, the ability to understand different perspectives, and emotional regulation. If you are still actively engaging with friends, family, or your community, initiating conversations, listening attentively to others, offering support, and showing genuine interest in their lives, that speaks volumes about your mental and emotional vitality. Think about the effort involved in truly listening to someone, understanding not just their words, but the feelings behind them, or the skill required to mediate a minor disagreement within a family, offering perspective and finding common ground, or simply the ability to connect with someone from a different generation. understanding their point of view, and sharing your own experiences in a way that resonates. These aren't passive activities. They require active mental processing, maintaining a diverse social circle, keeping up with different personalities and life situations. Challenges your mind in ways that staying isolated simply doesn't. It requires adaptability, memory for details about others' lives, and the ability to read social cues. Empathy, in particular, is a complex cognitive and emotional skill. It involves being able to step outside your own perspective and understand or feel what another person is experiencing. This ability to connect on a deeper level is not only vital for well-being, but is a strong indicator of a flexible and responsive brain. It shows that you are still actively processing and reacting to the human experience around you. Consider the difference between someone who maintains a rich network of friends, participates in group activities, offers advice or comfort when needed, and genuinely enjoys the company of others, versus someone who has become withdrawn and isolated. The former is constantly engaging their social cognition, practicing active listening, recalling personal histories, and navigating the subtle dynamics of human interaction. This ongoing engagement keeps those parts of the brain active and healthy. It requires effort to maintain relationships, remembering birthdays, checking in on people, making plans, resolving misunderstandings. If you are still capable of and actively choosing to put in this effort, that is a significant sign of mental vitality. It shows that you are still connected to the world beyond yourself, that you value human connection, and that your mind is capable of processing and responding to the complexities of relationships. This isn't just about being nice. It's about demonstrating sophisticated social intelligence, which is deeply intertwined with overall cognitive function. It requires memory, attention, reasoning, and emotional intelligence working together seamlessly. The ability to maintain deep, meaningful connections and interact with a variety of people is a powerful indicator of a mind that is not only sharp, but also emotionally intelligent and engaged with the richness of life. It suggests you are still learning about people, adapting your communication style, and maintaining a vital link to the human community, which is a truly wonderful sign of enduring sharpness. Finally, let's talk about a skill that often goes unmentioned in discussions about mental sharpness, but is fundamentally linked to it maintaining physical coordination and spatial awareness. This might sound less like a brain skill and more like a physical one, but the two are intricately connected. The ability to navigate your environment safely, to maintain balance, to handle objects with dexterity, and to understand where your body is in space relies heavily on complex interactions between your brain and your body. As we age, declines in these areas can lead to falls and reduced independence. However, if you still possess a good degree of coordination, balance, and spatial understanding after 75, it indicates that the parts of your brain responsible for processing sensory information, planning movements, and maintaining equilibrium are functioning well. Think about walking through a crowded space without bumping into people, carrying a tray without spilling, judging distances accurately like when parking a car or reaching for something, or simply navigating your own home in the dark without tripping. These seemingly simple actions require continuous, rapid-fire communication between your brain, your eyes, your inner ear, and your muscles. Your brain is constantly processing information about your surroundings and your body's position, making micro-adjustments to keep you stable and oriented, maintaining dexterity with your hands, whether it's buttoning a shirt, writing neatly, handling small objects, or using tools, also demonstrates fine motor control, which is orchestrated by the brain. This isn't just about muscle strength. It's about the brain's ability to send precise signals and process feedback. If you still have good balance and coordination, it suggests that the areas of your brain involved in motor control, spatial reasoning, and sensory processing are healthy and active. It's a sign that the connection between mind and body remains strong. This skill is vital for maintaining independence and safety, and its presence is a robust indicator of overall neurological health. It shows that your brain is still effectively managing complex physical actions and maintaining a clear understanding of your physical relationship with the world around you. It's about being grounded, stable, and able to interact with your environment with confidence and competence. Whether it's enjoying dancing, gardening, playing a musical instrument, or simply moving through your day with ease and confidence, maintaining physical coordination and spatial awareness is a powerful testament to a sharp and capable mind at any age. It's proof that the intricate systems connecting your brain and body are still communicating effectively, allowing you to engage physically with the world. So, we've looked at some key skills that, if you still possess them, after 75 are truly exceptional signs of sharpness, the ability to learn and adapt, the capacity to manage complex tasks and solve practical problems, maintaining strong social connections and empathy, and holding onto physical coordination and spatial awareness. These aren't isolated talents. They're intertwined abilities that reflect a mind that is active, engaged, and resilient. They demonstrate that age doesn't have to dictate your mental capabilities, and that many people well into their later years maintain a remarkable level of cognitive vitality. It's important to remember that everyone's journey is different, and we all have our strengths and areas where we might need a little more support. But the presence of these skills, or even the active effort to maintain and improve them, is what truly signals a sharp mind. It's about continuing to challenge yourself, staying connected to others, and engaging with the world around you. These actions nourish your brain just as healthy food nourishes your body. Now, earlier I mentioned there would be something that might surprise you. We've talked about these skills individually, but here's the truly surprising part. Actively cultivating or maintaining one of these skills often has a positive ripple effect on the others. For instance, learning a new skill like using a tablet might require problem solving, which boosts your executive function. Participating in social activities challenges your memory, communication, and empathy, while also potentially involving some degree of physical coordination. Maintaining physical activity and spatial awareness can improve blood flow to the brain, supporting cognitive function across the board, and might even lead to new social connections. The surprising truth is that these skills aren't just indicators of sharpness, they are pathways to maintaining and even enhancing it. By actively engaging in activities that challenge you in these areas, whether it's joining a book club, learning a new craft, volunteering, regularly engaging in physical movement like dancing or Tai Chi, or simply committing to figuring out that tricky new piece of technology, you are actively building and strengthening the neural networks that support a sharp mind. You don't need to be perfect at any of them. The effort and the engagement themselves are what make the difference. The most surprising thing is perhaps how much agency we still have in fostering our own cognitive health and vitality, simply by staying curious, connected, engaged, and active. It defies the old notion that decline is inevitable and passive. Instead, it shows that staying sharp is an active process, a journey you can continue to influence. It's about living a life that is rich with experience, connection, and continuous learning, no matter how many candles were on your last birthday cake. Remember, small, consistent efforts can make a significant difference in maintaining your health and happiness, including the sharpness of your mind. Seeing these skills in yourself or working towards strengthening them is a powerful and encouraging sign. It's about living your life to the fullest, continuing to grow, and demonstrating that age truly can be a time of continued vibrancy and capability. If any of these skills resonated with you, or if you're actively working on maintaining them, we'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Sharing your experiences can inspire others, and if you found this discussion helpful or encouraging, please give the video a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more content aimed at helping you live your best life at every age. Keep engaging, keep connecting, keep moving, and keep challenging that wonderful mind of yours. You are capable of so much, and living a sharp, fulfilling life is absolutely within reach. Then live your best life at every age.